Good evening. I decided to vlog my weekend instead of a day. And for me, the weekend starts on Friday night once I finish work, though I will say my Friday night was pretty relaxed. I hung out at home and we had some pasta, and I'm testing a tofu parmesan recipe. So we had those leftovers for dinner and we've been watching a movie, then we cleaned up. But before we finish that, I'm gonna do my evening skincare routine and actually take my vitamins. I used to take my vitamins and supplements in the morning, and then I realized that my mornings were a little more, I guess, flexible. Like I would go into different drawers depending on the day. So sometimes I'd forget. So it's like, well, what's one thing that I do every day in the same spot without fail? And for me, that's my skincare routine. So I started keeping my stuff right by my skincare products, and I never forget now because it's literally right there, and it's just like a part of a routine that I already have ingrained. I think that's called like habit stacking or something. I don't really know. I won't bore you with my skincare routine. I shared that in a recent video. If you want to see it, it'll be linked below. But this does bring me to the sponsor of today's video, Ritual. You guys know I take Ritual for my vegan-friendly multivitamin, but I actually get to announce something really exciting, that they have a new product. It's a 3-in-1 prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic. And if you're not entirely sure what that means, don't worry. I was in the same boat with you before I started taking these. So I thought for this portion of the sponsored video, we'd have a little bit of a fun interactive quiz, and you can learn more about it. And you know, if you're a type A person, you'll love getting the answers right too. So let's get to it. Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Gut Health Expert, a completely made up show by me to help promote some sponsored content. Time for our first question. Question 1. What a surprise. Very unique naming. What do probiotics do? Is it A, provide fuel for healthy bacteria in the gut? B, increase the amount of healthy gut bacteria? Or C, promote a healthy gut barrier? Or D, all of the above? That one's always a wild card. I'll give you a few moments. And the answer is B. Did you think it was all of them? It's not. Actually, prebiotics provide fuel for the healthy bacteria in your gut. Probiotics help increase the amount, and postbiotics help promote a healthy gut lining or gut barrier, which is why Ritual Symbiotic Plus is so awesome, because it has all three. Okay, moving on to question 2. What is the best time of day to take supplements? Is it A, in the morning, B, afternoon, C, evening, or D, whenever the heck you want? Again, I'll give you some time. The answer is D, whenever you want. Are you surprised? I know most of us take vitamins in the morning, but like I just told you, I recently switched to the evening, and it doesn't really matter the time of day you take them. The only thing that matters is consistency, especially if you want to support microbiome balance. And with Symbiotic, it's just important that you take it every day. So just find a space in your routine where you're not gonna forget and that works for you, and try to stick to that. And now for our third and final question. True or false? Can you use code FMB20 to get 20% off your first Ritual order? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with true. I personally only stand behind products that I love and use, and Ritual is no exception to that rule. So I'm so excited that they gave me a discount code. So if you live in the US or the UK or Canada, you can click the link in my bio or go to ritual.com/FMB20 to get 20% off of your first month. So definitely check out their Symbiotic Plus, which is brand new. But while you're there, you might want to check out their multivitamins too. They have something for everyone. I also suggest you click on the link in my bio, because Ritual has amazing transparency when it comes to what goes into their supplements and how they are clinically backed as well. They can see the breakdown of every ingredient in their supplements. So it's really informative and empowering to know what you're putting in your body. You know, marketing campaigns can only go so far. I know that I am absolutely fantastic at marketing this product, but it's important to have knowledge behind that too, not just a pretty face. I'm totally kidding, but it is a good product. I'm not kidding about that. Okay, now let's go back to the bathroom. Pretty cool, huh? Actually, I have one more tip for you guys. If you're taking a capsule like the Ritual Symbiotic, you want to actually tilt your chin forward and swallow, and that helps the pill go down easier. You learn something new every day, right? So see. just floats right on back. I'm gonna take my vitamins too. I will see you all tomorrow on Saturday. Today has been a very relaxed Saturday, which honestly I have needed. Aside from work, the first half of this year is actually really busy for me because I'm getting married and then I'm in 2 other weddings for my friends. So there's a lot of bachelorette parties, planning stuff. So it's nice to just be able to sit and read a book. Unfortunately, I actually do have some work to do today, even though it's a weekend. I usually don't work on the weekends, but I actually readjusted my schedule this week and took Monday off due to snow and inclement weather. I couldn't get to the store and get the stuff that I needed for work. So luckily I was able to get most of the stuff done throughout this week, but I still need to shoot and film that tofu parmesan that I had for dinner last night for the blog. So I'm going to do that now, and hopefully I do it pretty efficiently and it doesn't take too long. Oh my gosh, I think I have cornstarch on my face. I'm down in my studio. Thought I'd give you a little mini tour. I've shown it more in detail in other videos, but in case you're new here, it's just this tiny room we have in our basement. And I film everything with artificial light. So this is where I film my YouTube videos. The camera goes right up there. So that's your POV onto the food. I have storage for cooktops and stuff over here. I have all of my props. I definitely need to hang more shelves because I have some extra stuff. And then this is where I take photos. I use flash again. So this is the light coming down on the food. I just finished shooting this and now I think I'm gonna eat it for a quick lunch. And this time I actually cooked it in a cast iron pan versus like a nonstick pan. And it definitely browned better too, so very good. Maya, I like your new sweater. Good morning. Today we are working on our garden because it's a nice day. It's still too early to plant things, but we got to start prepping the raised beds and pulling out some of the weeds that grew from last year. I'm standing at the back entrance, but this is what we have going on. It's definitely a work in progress, but as you can see, there are a bunch of weeds and stuff that we need to remove. I am very dirty, but we are done for the day. I just closed the gate, so I'm not going back in, but I'll show you. This is where we're stopping for the end of today. So we got all the weeds out and we put soil and compost in all of them except for this bed and half of that bed back there. So pretty good starting spot. I also planted some radish seeds because I can plant those before the last frost. And I'm gonna wait a little more before I plant the rest of the seeds that are planting in ground, just because The weather's been very unpredictable. Like, that's snow right there. So I don't know when the last frost is actually gonna be. So I'm gonna wait a little more just to be safe. So I wanted to make something pretty quick and easy for dinner using whatever veggies we had in the fridge, and this is what my mind came up with. We've got a veggie tray bake. There's potatoes, onion, cauliflower, and orange bell pepper. And I just put salt, oil, and this salt-free ranch seasoning on it, which is really good. I used it all though, need to get more. And then for our protein, I'm just going to heat this up. And I also went ahead and made a sort of salad with some cucumber, fresh dill, lemon juice, olive oil, salt, and pepper that we can serve as like a fresh thing to go with it. I also love baking things in the oven because then I just really have to like monitor it every like 20 minutes so I can read in the meantime. I haven't talked about it in the vlog yet, but I've also been reading the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. I actually started on Friday. It's Sunday. I just finished the first book and I already have the second. So without giving any spoilers, I feel like the first book for me, I thought it was okay, but I feel like people like are really into it. Like the plot was interesting. I didn't really feel like it was anything groundbreaking and it was kind of predictable, but it was a fun read. So I'm not saying it was like a total waste of my time. I just know people like really hype it up and think it's like amazing, and it was good, but I just feel like I definitely read better. It kind of reminded me of like Twilight. I personally also recently read a magical-ish, not with like fairies, more like wizards series by V.E. Schwab, and I like her books more. I feel like they're written better and I enjoyed them more, but maybe it's because I also like loved Harry Potter as a kid and there were some parallels, but like I wasn't copying it. I don't know. Anyways, I'm rambling. So I'm gonna read this. I'll show you what dinner looks like once it's done, and maybe I'll actually pull out my fancy camera and stop being lazy and vlogging on my phone. Who knows though. Here are our bowls of roasted veggies, and that's the vegan like lemon chicken. And then I'm just going to put the cucumber salad on top and probably add some hot sauce too. And that's it. Hi there, future editing Caitlin here. It is the next day and I am a hypocrite. Okay, I'm not totally a hypocrite because I stand by what I said with the first book of A Court of Thorns and Roses. Not the best, but the second book, oh my gosh, I started it that evening and I wanted to do nothing else but read it. So I made Dylan and myself dinner, as you saw, but then the rest of the night I was glued to my iPad, okay? It was so much better. The characters were so much better. There's more character depth. It was a lot more like feminist in a way. Like I felt like it was more empowering. I just felt like the characters in the first book honestly reminded me too much of Twilight mixed with the Hunger Games, but this one was definitely more of a unique spin and I freaking devoured it. I read it so fast. I'm done and I now want to read the third book, but I am forcing myself to get my work done and I'm not letting myself open it until this evening because I'm pretty sure once I open it, I'm not gonna be able to stop reading it again. Most of you probably don't care about this at all, but for any other fellow reading fans out there, I would say get through the first book, and if you like it, that's a bonus, but the second book is way better, and I am hooked. Thanks for watching. I'm going to segue the video to the end here. And again, a big thank you to Ritual for sponsoring this video. If you want to try out their Symbiotic Plus or any of their other multivitamins, I take the Women's 18 Plus every day and love it. I highly suggest you check it out. Don't forget to use code FMB20 for 20% off of your first month. The link is in the description of this video. Hope you are well and taking care of yourself and know that you are loved. And if you like to read, maybe check out A Court of Thorns and Roses. Mostly for the second book. I really hope the next two books don't disappoint me. The second book was definitely my favorite. Okay, anyways, talk to you soon or later or whenever, virtually. Bye.